It wasn't pretty. The Raiders started off on fire, big turnover. After that, it was all over. We got lots to talk about. So let's get
Too raw.
Raider Nation. What is up? Boy, is back. Another game, unfortunately, is not a big as the Raiders go down to the Denver Broncos 34. And it wasn't even that close. When you look at that score, it makes it seem a lot closer. But if you watch the game wasn't even that close. Anyway, let's get in with y'all. What's going on? Rita Paul in the house. What up, brother? Raider. Oh, we're gonna have a conversation. So you're a big Michigan fan. I might need to reconvince. I'm just saying. Rochita. Rita Ryan in the house. He says Raiders. What is up, Billy Davis? What up, though? What's going on, Raider Nation? And then Raiders. Right. What do you say? The volume is pretty choppy. How about now? Is that better? It might be my pen. Let me know if that makes sense. You ever travel to San Jose? No. No, I don't. I've been in the Bay. Back when Oakland was there. I used to go to the Bay. Been to San Francisco a couple times. Other than that, no. Not really. How am I sounding now? Is it still choppy? If it's still choppy, it might be my pen. I have the pen. But anyway, we're waiting for Trump to hop on. I mean, what can we say, right? It started off pretty bad, you know. I mean, we started off good. Minshew started off 10 for 10. We went down the field, scored our touchdown. I was kind of excited when they announced this was the Raiders' first down on their opening drive. And then, of course, that scary throw by Gardner Minshew, but Brock Powers was able to make the play, and we went for a big touchdown. Held the Broncos. Went down, scored a field goal. 10-3. We're driving again, driving. And just when I thought we were about to go, I see the most horrendous pass. And, of course, it was picked off by Patrick Surtain, taking 100 yards. And the Broncos never looked back. I mean, what can I say? It was disappointing to me. I was pretty hyped watching the game. I liked what I saw from Wilkins. I liked what I saw from Max. Max was maybe a little too hurt to go out there and play. He didn't have that explosiveness, but he seemed to got his feet under him. I was sad when Wilkins went out. I'm gonna be taking a close look at what's going on. After he celebrated, I don't know if you noticed, but I think it was Adam Butler who jumped on top of him, and I don't know if that caused the foot injury or not. That was the last time we saw him. So I don't know what's gonna go on there, what's gonna happen. Hopefully he'll recover quickly. But what can we say? I guess all good things have to come to an end. I said it at the beginning of the year. We were gonna lose. I wanted us to lose. I guess when you lose, you lose anyway. But I didn't want us to lose, getting blown out. Getting our ass. And so far, our losses we've been getting. That first one against the Chargers, they dominated us. The second one Carolina. I mean, wow. Y'all remember that? That was a straight out. And then, of course, yesterday was just bad. It was up there with one of the worst Raider losses that I've seen in quite some time. So to say I was disappointed, is understatement. I don't think Denver's better than us. Their defense is good. I think we showed in the beginning that we can beat them, but something happened after that interception. I mean, that wasn't at the game, but you could feel it. You could feel the energy, was going away. It was going the Broncos direction. After that, they were the ones who were going to be they just took control after that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But what it do? What up? What up? What up, my boy Turf? What's going on? So I mean, yeah, what up? Where do we begin, right? So we go down. We're down 34-18. We lose this game. That makes us 2-3. 2-3, 5 games in. The sky's not falling. It's not the end of the world, but it's not good. If you look at the rest of the league, only a couple of teams have pretty much began to put themselves out there in front of everybody. Specifically, Kansas City, who's playing right now. So right now, I don't know if I should be cheering for their car or I want Kansas City to beat them. But right now, when you look at the different divisions in the AFC East, maybe that's what. Hold on. Let me check. How about now? Is that better? In and out? No? Maybe? Let me check. Let me see. Do the audio. Oh, that's why. There we go. That's better. It was on the computer one. My bad, y'all. My bad. The audio was going in and out. I hope that's a lot better. Thank a lot, Lord. Thank you too, Ryan, for keeping an eye out for me. But now that should be better. But what up, Rafa? What's going on, brother? There you go. Yeah, it was using the mic on the computer, and the mic on the computer is messed up. So I've been using my mic now. So yeah, ready to run down. What's up, my guy? What is up, my dude? What's going on, brother? Here, just trying to keep it going. Trying to keep things positive, brother. But it's hard. It's hard after what we saw yesterday. But it's Overreaction Monday. What can I say? I had my show earlier with MC Raider. We had our Real Talk Nation podcast show. So stay tuned for that after this show. It'll stream at 8:00. It'll come on right after this on my channel and on MC Raider's channel. And we had that earlier today. So tune in, check it out. You can hear our thoughts on the current situation. But of course, I wanted to come on here and also share, the frustration that I felt with this team yesterday. To me, this was a big game. A big game, not that it was a must-win situation for us, but it was a big game out with all the drama that's going on with Tay. With all the drama that's going on with Tay, I thought this was a game, an opportunity for us to be able to show and come out and, basically for AP to show that he still has the team under his wing or the team is behind him. I thought this was the opportunity for them to come out, show that they're behind their coach. And I think in the beginning, we saw that. In the beginning, we did see that. After that turnover, it was all bad after that. I didn't see no fight in them anymore. And it's crazy the way the game goes in certain situations. Like even after the interception, right? Even after the interception, we go down. Is it still messed up, Turf? Let me check. I thought he said that was better. That's good, right? We're good now? Okay. But yeah, after the interception, we still had a chance, right? We go in there, we go down, we hold them to what looks like to be a 60-yard field goal, and they miss. And what do? Robinson has a penalty called on him for trying to jump over the center. It's little things like that make the game that you're giving it away. We gave it away with the interception, and we gave it away with that one. We're giving away points. Our team is not good enough to be giving away points to the other team. Not the way we've been playing this year. We have yet to show we can dominate anybody. So when you do things like that, those stupid penalties, this game was probably the most penalized game I've seen us
have this year. And they were actually talking about how least penalized we were this year because of the discipline AP has been bringing. But this game was not it. But I should have known it was doomed from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you why. I am from the LA area. I am an LA Raider fan from back in the LA Coliseum days. When I saw the Broncos come out in those ugly, horrendous blue and orange jerseys, it's just something that clicked in my head. I was like, oh, snap. Here we go. This might not be good, bro. This might not be good. But, once that turnover happened, it was going downhill. Because the last thing we needed was a turnover there in the red zone, let alone a pick six. Oh, my God. That was the worst thing that could happen, Lord. That was the worst thing that could happen. And, there he is, my boy, John Chona. What'd you do, dog? What'd you do? Go shave before you come on?
Nah, you know what? You know how I'm using the GoPro?
Oh, your audio sounds weird.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it sound like...
You sound like a robot. Like I am Optimus Prime. Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, it's still a little weird. Yeah, that's crazy.
I just connected everything, tried to connect it back in, and I was like, hold on, let me find out.
Yeah. Your audio's off, bro. It's weird. Yeah.
Right, hold on.
Yeah. He said, Leo, what's your thoughts, Leo? It's been bothering me that every time we get a victory, he says, see you Wednesday. Hey, coach, let's stop giving these guys an extra day off if we have not been showing up. You know what, bro? I'm with you on that, Ryan. And you know what? My boy Chris from Protect the Shield shared us the same thoughts. We haven't shown that we deserve a victory Monday or see you Wednesday. I know it's a tradition. After you win, you get that Monday off. But the way we've been playing, the hot and discipline, the missed tackles, I'm not down for that. They should be there in practice all the time. The way we've been playing.
How's it sound now?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you have, like an AI sound box?
Nah, so you plug in all the different stuff. So actually, I didn't notice, but it has a voice change. So it has a bunch of different buttons to make my voice.
That's what you had, yeah.
So I unplugged
like
everything.
If you were one of those, remember those shows, those NBC Datelines when they would cover someone's voice, so you wouldn't know.
the ex cholos or the cholos that were still around, but were sick.
Yeah, like that.
That's comedy.
Well, what up, dog? So man, I was just sharing like how bad that turnover was and the momentum change after that. Like you could just feel it. I felt it through the TV, bro. So I can just imagine, like,
that changed the whole thing because they were driving, man. They were driving. I was like, man, that first drive, that second drive, I was like, okay, 7-3. I was like, okay, you're driving to go up 7-3, 17-3.
17-3. What a difference that would have made.
I was like, oh hell yeah, let's go.
Right?
No, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
I was a horrible throw. At least throw it in front of the guy. It was a little bit behind.
I honestly don't know what he was doing. Why did he throw it so bad to Bowers?
Well, I was looking at the replays, and so there's a defender in front of him. He was kind of jumping and trying to block it.
So he was trying to throw it over that.
Looked like he tried to throw it over that defender. At least that's what I'm seeing from the replay. Yeah. But it's also a little bit behind. I was like, if you're gonna do that, at least throw it to the corner. That first in that corner.
No, he gets that ball to Brock. That's 6.
That's 6, yeah.
That's 6.
But at least throw it to him in front of him at least.
Yeah.
Not behind, and don't float it like that.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, damn. And I was like, that's a killer. And it was just after that, I don't know. The way I saw it was like, I don't know if he was just holding on to the ball too long. He was playing not to make more mistakes.
Mm-hmm. That definitely took his whatever confidence he had, that took it away.
Yeah, he was at that point. He was playing to make not to make any more mistakes. And I was kind of like, you can't play like that. The whole thing's when you play not to lose instead of to win. He was playing not to make mistakes. He ends up making mistakes. He ends up missing throws. Yeah, and I was just kind of like, man, we were doing so good in that quarter and moving the ball that it just everything went to crap after that.
Why can't we play more than just a quarter?
I don't know, man. I was
That
just like, oh,
Baltimore game, it was one quarter, right? When we came back on them. That
yeah.
Cleveland game, we got the lead because of that one quarter. And then this one also was that first quarter. After that, it was like
The biggest thing is in those games that were close is that we didn't turn the ball over.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You figure we're what? We're 2-3?
2-3 now.
2-3. And then the first game we turned the ball over. And then against this last game we turned the ball over. You know, I was like, man, we're just not good enough to turn the ball over and come back.
We're not, bro. We're not.
So
And the crazy part is, as bad as 2-3 sounds, we're not out of it. We really aren't out of it.
you know what? We just yeah, as fans, we're just tired of so many bad years and years and years and years that we want change now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And we want it from one year to the next, and it's really not going to happen.
So
You know
so
what I
it's
mean?
funny. It's funny you bring that up because we're older Raider fans, right? We're from the LA era.
Yeah.
And then of course you have my nephews who are newer, Rundown who's newer, Turf, Chris. We're all different eras, right? Even our homie AR, he's from like the Oakland era when he started becoming a Raider fan, right?
Yeah.
So we all have our different things, but this morning, bro, this is probably the first time Noah has ever messaged me and said, "Bro, we suck."
Dude,
And Noah has never said that, dude. Never.
Well, Noah's first year we made the playoffs.
Yeah, Noah's first year we made the playoffs.
Yeah, so he was like, "Oh, we made the playoffs." It's my first year being a fan. You know.
Yeah.
He's 1-1. He's 1-1, and now he's like what 1-3, 1-4.
Yeah.
So that it's different. It's just like we won. So everybody's expectations are different now. We haven't really been good since that 02 Super Bowl? Is it 02, 01?
Mm-hmm.
Since then, it's all gone to crap.
Even then, we had two sporadic years: the 2016 year with Carr, and then the 2021 year, right? The year Gruden. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My biggest thing with those years is like we get to the playoff, we have a mediocre year the following year.
Yeah,
and then
there's no we get building off of that shit.
Yeah, and then we get rid of everybody again. And it's like, well, now you got rid of all the coaches again. Now here we go again. Then you go, and then you get that one coach who, or that one interim coach to get you to the playoffs or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, no, and you scratch him and you're like, you know what I mean? It's not going to be overnight. Unfortunate, as much as we would like to.
But with all that, all the noise going on, bro, do you think AP's in trouble?
I don't think so.
No.
You know what? If he's in a hot seat that fast, then he should have never been chosen as the coach.
Oh,
if you're on the hot seat with him that fast,
after 5 games,
then you should have never been a coach. You got to give the guy time to build a team. It's funny because I was looking at that Sunday night's game. The Pittsburgh Steelers coach has been there for 18 years.
Oh, Tomlin, yeah.
He's been there 18 years. Now he's made the playoffs every year.
Except last year was the first year they didn't make it.
Last year. Mm-hmm. But in 18 years, he's only won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Now, he's still there, though. You know what I mean? You gotta give these coaches some chance to build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he came into a pretty okay situation because he went to the Super Bowl right away. But his team wasn't bad. You know what I mean? When he came in, he still had Big Ben and stuff like that at the time.
Even after when Bettis was there, remember when Big Ben got there? He convinced Jerome to stay.
Yeah, so it's like he came into a decent situation where his team was okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He built from there and he won to, but since then he hasn't won anything.
Right. But I think that's different though. I mean, I get that. 18 years, 2 Super Bowls.
But we see that. Yeah. So he makes the playoffs. It's a successful season for them.
Right.
Because we haven't made the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we don't make the playoffs. Well, can let the guy build something to get there?
Right.
But
even with them, they lose a quarterback, they still find ways to win. True. You know what I mean? And I think that's frustrating.
That's what the building of the defense and stuff like that. He's had time to build. You know, he had those rough defenses at the beginning of the year where they were just scary.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
now I know a lot of people don't want to hear the word or use the word rebuild, right? But with us trading away Tay for picks, players, you know, whatever. Like how do you keep the fans at bay knowing that we still have more pieces than just the quarterback to add without making it seem like a complete dismantle of the team?
Look at the way I see it. We started off the game good.
Mm-hmm.
And that was without Tay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was without Tay. So we moved the ball really well without Tay for that quarter and a half.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our quarterback made the mistake because he made the mistake. It was his mistake. And we were talking about how we need a quarterback. And we do. We do need a quarterback. I always wanted AOC over Minshew. I'm not saying AOC is the answer to get us to the Super Bowl because he's not, but I really haven't. We've only seen, 9 games out of him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Minshew, he was in Jacksonville. He was in Indianapolis. He's now so we know what he's about. You know what I mean? He's already established his style, his way, his thing. So he's not the guy that's going to get you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? AOC, I don't know because we haven't really given him a shot.
So with that being said, I know they brought him in and they asked AP about it today. He said he didn't know. They're still evaluating. But now after that last game, do you think it's time for AOC?
You know, it's funny. Remember, I text you, and it was funny because I was sitting here on Saturday, and I was like, I got to stop by the Station Casino to place my bets, place my parlays.
Shout out to the Station Casino.
And I like going to the Station Casinos because it's cool. It's a little more modern now, but they're still like old school Vegas style kind of thing.
It's got that old Vegas style feel with the new machines to do your bets.
Yeah. So I still like it, and it's less packed. But I love their sports books. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting here Saturday. I was like, okay, before I have to stop by because we went out Saturday. I was like, I'm gonna stop by the Station Casino to place my bets. And I started thinking about our whole situation. I was like, watch. And I go, everybody's been talking about the Denver defense. Everybody. Because everybody mentioned it. Denver's defense is legit. Denver's defense is good.
They roughed up Aaron Rodgers.
And they are good. Mm-hmm. But we also had those self-inflicted wounds. It wasn't like
exactly.
You know what I mean? We threw that pick. He threw both picks underthrown or over floating, whatever the hell they were. Both of them are on Minshew. It wasn't like you know what I mean?
No, that second one was on Minshew as well. Like, bro,
the second one was on Minshew.
How tall is Trey Tucker? And you're trying to throw that kind of pass to him? Or the corner just out-jumped him? Like, come on.
And then I was thinking you could have thrown it for a little bit further. And then when I rewatched the play, the safety was over there. I was like, he would have got there anyways.
Yeah, it was a bad read on his end.
It was a bad read, bad choice. Mm-hmm. So I was sitting there and I was like, man, this is going to be the game that Minshew gets benched and you'll see in my luck. And I was so going to text you that on Saturday.
Yeah.
And you know, at the end, I didn't text you. I didn't even stop by the casino because we were running late or whatever. So I was like,
okay.
So I go to the game
because you would have lost, John.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm watching the game, and then I see AOC. You know, I'm at work and I'm watching the game, and AOC comes in. I was like, wow. And I go like, we should have betted that AOC would play. You know what I mean? I should have betted that AOC would come in, and I was just like, man, it's just quarterback play is just horrible. It is. But when the thing with that is like when he's confident, he's hitting.
Yeah, in the beginning, he was 10 for 10. Yeah.
But, you know, in situations, you got to have that short-term memory.
Right.
You know, plays like that, like those do happen. So I'm not going to – I don't need him to be perfect. But if he does that, I need him to forget about it and then just keep playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels like he didn't. It feels like he held that into the back of his head and then
I think with that, I think the coaching staff noticed as well. Because even the play calling changed after that for him.
Yeah.
You know, we did a lot more running. I liked in the beginning how we were doing those quick throws and the flats to the running back, which I call like extended handoffs. Because they're basically like run plays, but you're giving the running back a chance to make someone miss. And we stopped doing those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the play, like the execution of the plays and the play calls weren't bad.
Mm-hmm.
They were moving the ball.
Right.
It's just after that, it was like, I don't know. It felt like everybody was like, "Oh, here we go again," and then that just stopped. And then after it was 3 and out, and it just looked like Carolina all over again. 3 and out.
It was run, third and long, run, third and long, and to me, that's the worst situation you can put our offense in. Is those third and longs, because we're not gonna do great on that in those situations.
No.
We're not built for that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Third and short is more our thing, you know. We're more easier for us to manage because you could either do a run or you could do a quick pass. But when you're third and long, you're limited on what you can do. The defense already knows, you know, pretty much how to play you at that point. Yeah. So it limits a lot of what the different options you have. And every time we're third and long, to me, it's like, oh man, here we go.
Yeah. No, and I did like that AOC came into play. Obviously, it was in trash time,
and it was funny because after that second interception, I'm not one to be like pull the quarterback. I am not. You know me. Yeah. That's your dude. You got to ride with him. But after that second interception, I looked at my girl and said, they got to pull this guy. He's gone. That's it. He's done. He's done. And she goes, why? And I'm like, cuz that's it. Like, it's over for him.
Yeah.
It's time to see O'Connell this game at least. Right.
Yeah, so let me. I kind of want the kid to get a full game. I think throwing him in there with Pittsburgh would be a good test. To be honest,
ooh, that's tough. Yeah,
and that's why I want to see how he handles that.
I mean, not that Dak is all-world quarterback, but you saw Sunday night what Pittsburgh did to Dak.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, but I want to see if our offensive line steps up. I want to see multiple things. I want to see if they happen. It's like, like that's what's going to get you to a championship, right? Being able to beat
to see how you do against these teams, and
especially on the AFC.
Yeah, because I would never have thought we would be 2-0 against the AFC North at this point.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's crazy enough because you beat Baltimore, who just had a shootout with Cincinnati.
Right.
I wasn't expecting. I was expecting more of a defensive battle, but you beat. Not only did you beat a decent defensive team, because Baltimore's defense is like this year, but you held a high explosive offense to 20-something points.
Right.
They just put up 41. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to Pittsburgh's very defensive offenses and all that.
Oh yeah, that whole game on Sunday was just all on their defense, bro.
It was all on their defense, But I also, our defense is banged up, but I do like our defense overall. We lost our game because our offense gave that game away.
Losing Wilkins didn't help. Once Wilkins went out, our ability to stop the run changed dramatically.
Yeah,
once Wilkins went out,
that changed a lot. What's the thing with him? Is he
I don't know. They just said it was a foot, and he never came back to the game. Okay. But I haven't heard anything more from it. I hope it's not serious. Yeah,
hopefully not. But Max looked a lot better this game than he did that game he played when he was half hurt.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of hesitant because I didn't see that explosiveness, or I saw him like go and then like back up and like try to knock down passes. But then once he got into the groove of it, you saw him get in there and get those sacks, get after Knicks.
Yeah. So I still want to see it. It's just a test. Look, we're at this point. We just want to see what we got.
Yeah.
Even though it's only 5 games in, we don't know what we got with AOC. We don't know what the ceiling is. We don't know. He did good at the end of the last year, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well.
So you think we've seen enough of Minshew where we should put in O'Connell now?
I think we've seen enough of Minshew. I want to see what O'Connell's got going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Do you expect to see much difference, or will you be surprised if there is? Say a more explosiveness behind him?
I wouldn't be surprised if I've always said I liked his posture in the pocket better.
Mm-hmm. He's a better thrower, has a better arm. Yeah,
he's not mobile, and I get it, but that pocket presence for me looks a little better with AOC.
Yeah,
and I know he threw the pick on the first drive or whatever.
Yeah,
but it did hit Bauer's hands also, so it's like, okay, it's
right. Then he almost threw another one though. Remember,
it did throw, but
Yeah.
At the same time, it was not an interception. You know, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm not going to go with the almost, because I could also say like Minshew almost threw touchdowns. He doesn't overthrow them, right?
Right.
You know, I'm not going to sit there and go with we almost had a touchdown. It wasn't a touchdown. He overthrew. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say he almost had another interception, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to count that against him, because at the same time, it wasn't.
Mhm.
He didn't throw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want to see what he's got. We won't fully know what he's got until we give him a shot.
Yeah.
You know, we don't fully know what he was really got. I mean, he looked okay last year. Now, one of my biggest things last year was that he didn't turn over the ball, which he's done this year a little bit.
I mean, that was the whole point behind putting in Minshew, right?
Yeah.
Was he was supposed to give us a fast start. We haven't had the fast start.
No.
You know, he was supposed to be the seasoned vet that was able to I guess lead and run this Getsy offense a lot better.
Yeah.
It hasn't shown, you know, and when it has, it's only been 2 quarters this whole year so far. And we're going on to game 6.
It's been rough. It's been just, they just look bad. It's horrible to watch that offense, period.
And you know the most frustrating part, which makes the whole Tay thing even worse to me, and I'm not even gonna talk about Tay because we've talked about that already, but is our offensive coordinator is here because of him. Because he's the one who wanted him here. You know, that's my guy. Bring him here. I did so well with him in Green Bay. Yeah. And it's like now, shit, we don't even know. We know when he's gonna leave. It's gonna happen. We just don't know when, to who, what we're gonna get. And then now we're stuck with this offensive coordinator who has only had maybe 2 good quarters in 6 games.
Yeah. Yes.
But I'm not gonna fully put it on him though Sunday, because
because I mean, just like I said, you know, I mean, you guys got to go out and execute.
Yes,
they do. You know what I mean? Regardless of, you know, whatever he calls, whatever he may call, offensive line's got to block, running back got to run, QB's got to throw, and we got to catch. You know what I mean?
And I think that's where my frustration comes in. Not that I don't want to badmouth him, because he's still my coach and I like him, AP. But you're supposed to see progress in a team.
Yeah.
When you start seeing regression, then that's when it starts to become a coaching thing. You know, did he really lose the locker room already, or are they just not paying enough attention to fundamentals? Are they having too much fun? You know, maybe we do need a little bit more hard nose, less music, less cigar. Not so many days off type environment for these dudes. Like, something has to change to make these guys be able to get it, because they're going backwards, not forward.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on with Tay. You know, the whole situation of Tay, I think, has got everybody in the locker room a little, you know what I mean? Because Tay, you know, whether you like it or not, Tay was a respected guy. You know, he was one of the captains, one of the leaders, and all that stuff. So you know, I think everybody's kind of like walking thin line between one and the other. You know, we don't know exactly you know, we won't know probably for a while what was exactly said in that
right. There's
players
2 things
meeting
I want to know 10 years from now.
Yeah.
One is what happened with Carr and McDaniels. And then the second one's gonna be what happened with Pierce and Tay.
And and obviously that'll come, you know, years down the line.
Down the line, right? Yeah, like the whole Marcus thing came out afterwards, and the Chucky thing came out afterwards. Yeah.
We'll find out then. But at the same time, you know, we got to figure out what to do with them. We just got to get. I mean, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. Just got to get rid of him, you know, and just work with what we got. I like, even though we don't, with him gone, we don't have a superstar like receiver like that. But I like how the receivers have been looking overall.
But the problem is the size. Once
they're small. They're small, but I like their speed. I like their. I don't know. You know, and we can't always put it on the whole. You know, with Bowers and you know, I don't know what's going on with Michael Mayer either. But
Michael Mayer's another one. Like, what's going on with this whole what you call it, personal reason thing? Yeah. Because if you remember earlier in the season, he talked about wanting to quit last year because of Josh McDaniels. His mind not being right and maybe needing a break from football. Yeah. So, you know, me as a mental health counselor, I keep that shit in mind. So to see that he's out for personal reasons, it makes you really, really, really want to wonder, like, what's going on with Mayer. What's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Turf has already said, is you already know what happened with Adams. We are in teardown, and he doesn't want to be part of it. Mm-hmm. Well, him leaving is part of it too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but and it's
him
funny
leaving isn't helping.
You
look tear down.
You look at the Jets, and the Jets look so bad.
They look so bad. Like, you really want Aaron just threw 3 interceptions, bro.
I was like, Aaron's not the same guy he once was.
That is not the Aaron from Green Bay. This is 40-year-old post Achilles.
I'll watch it, and I'm just like laughing. I was all right, whatever.
And I was a huge fan of Aaron, bro. Huge fan.
Oh yeah,
when he became a free agent, that was one of the quarterbacks that I wanted when we couldn't get Brady. Like, make that shit happen. I was all for it.
Yeah, me too.
Give me that number 12. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But I mean, I don't know. It just felt like after that pick, it just died.
Yeah,
it just feels like, like when a kid that throws a tantrum and doesn't want to play or is getting beaten in a video game, and he just throws a tantrum and he starts to cry and he throws a remote.
And it's funny because that's what Chris says about Carr. Like, he's like, he took his football and he went home.
Yeah,
right. And that's what I hate that part, and I don't want to believe that part because I like these guys as players. But then when you see that's how they're reacting, it's like you can't help but think that, Yeah. And I'm tired of this part too, Turf. Like, I get it. We need Keaton to pan out. But we're talking about Keaton was what? Undrafted? So we're putting our hopes on an undrafted wide receiver to pan out for our future at wide receiver?
And they can. It's just kind of like
the fact that you want it to happen, ideally. I mean, look at the Chiefs. Pacheco, 7th rounder. Panned out amazingly for them, Yeah. But, hey, OJ, what's up, brother? He's like, players are playing for a friend, not a head coach. Salute Chido and Johnny. He's in our league, bro. That's OJ. That's Omar.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. That's him. Yeah. But yeah, bro.
That's Omar.
Mm-hmm. But it's great. Speaking of fantasy, I wanted to ask you something. So why did you ask me this morning? What went down yesterday in your guillotine sus league?
Oh, you know what? I was tripping out because so I didn't know. Maybe just because I didn't read the rules or whatever.
I
didn't know you were able to make trades like in the middle of the games.
What?
So
wait. You're talking about in the league? You can make trades in the middle of the game?
In the guillotine league that we're in. I got an email last night at around 10:50. About a trade, and I was looking and I was like, you can
wait 10:50. The game was over already.
Yeah, like it was already over.
So
I was kind of like, okay, but I didn't really put it much together. I was like, you can make trades, like it's Sunday. Once the game starts, you're not able to trade.
Yeah, any league, right?
Yeah,
Saturday is the last day.
You're supposed to.
Sunday, you're done till Wednesday. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you can make trades, and I was like, yeah, I didn't know that. So I didn't pay much attention.
And
then I clicked on it because I clicked on the league. So I'm on the one that's about to be cut, right?
Oh, okay. So you're like at that cut line.
I'm at that cut line. I'm at the bottom already. Worthy just scored a touchdown, so that was going to help me with my points. But I'm sitting there and I was like, and so there was one guy below me. So I was like, so I went back to look at the trade, and the guy who was below me was the one making trades for guys he had on a bye week for guys who had just finished playing.
What?
Yeah.
So instead of picking up players from the free agents like people normally do, he got traded.
So
he were playing.
Yeah. So he traded Devontae Adams.
Who's out?
Who's out? Herbert, who's on a bye.
Yeah.
And someone, I forgot who the other one who's on a bye, for 3 players who had played on Sunday.
And that game had passed already. You knew what
the game had,
they had already.
Oh
my God.
So Wait, that's not even the end of it. They do that, and so I'm sitting there like, wait, did he just trade for players that literally just one of them was like I think one of them was on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cowboys. I don't know, but it was one of them was Brock Purdy. Put it that way. One of them was Brock Purdy.
Wow.
This was last night, right? So Brock Purdy, whatever. He trades him. I'm like, I didn't know you. I was like, that's kind of weird that you can make trades. Like that. I'm tripping, right? Yeah. So he gets his points. So obviously that moves him up out of the.
So he basically found someone to give him players with enough points to get past you.
That one later on today, earlier before the game started. Yeah, other players. They got some other player. He got rid of some other players who, he ended up getting some other players. On I saw the email.
That had played already and had their points.
Yeah, had already played. Like I was like, wait, did you just pick up a running back that had like 12? Like I think it was like 18 points. So not only not only did that take him out of the chopping block, it threw him like way above. Like
wow.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, you guys made trades.
I don't know what kind of league that is, bro. But if I had paid money for that shit,
at that point, you're obviously trading to help the guy.
Right. Especially trading of a player after they've already played a game.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, that's fucking sus. I was like, okay, that's why I asked you. Is that why y'all call it the sus league?
That's why I call it the sus league, because I saw that coming from the beginning.
I'm doing based off of my draft, and I'm trying to pick up players in there, and I was like, man, I'm just about to go trade with people who have players on the bench with points and give myself up
right. What up, Ray Love? What's going on, brother? Salute Nation. What's going on? AR, what's up, my dude? He said, hey. What's up, John?
What up?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. See?
Yeah, so I was
left the league. Week 1.
It's funny because I'm looking at it. I was like, man, I'm at this point, I'm at the chopping block, right? I'm at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm about to just make trade all my good players out to people who I know, but I don't really know anybody. So and like, I don't really know anybody. So I'm about to just, I got a couple players 18, 19, 20 points. I'm gonna give them that and just hopefully they win.
Damn.
But yeah, that's why I had asked. I was just tripping.
Oh, okay. You know what's crazy? I was talking to MC earlier. We did our show earlier, and I was gonna ask you, but he said his biggest feeling was that he could not knock this feeling out of him. That shit got so bad between Tay and AP that's what we saw yesterday on the field. That after once that interception came, it was like, fuck it, that's it. Like we were done. There was no more fight left in them after that. And then that's why it's so important to really move Tay as fast as we can. Because the longer he's there now, it's just gonna hurt the team even more.
I think so. I think having them there is delaying maybe move. When you delay moving on or moving forward, you have to wait for certain things to happen to move on or move forward.
Yeah.
I think him, the media obviously is based and surrounded about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost. We lost.
Oh yeah, even yesterday, like they were talking about.
In another situation, Tay. What do you think? So it's like, okay, we need to get rid of Tay because he doesn't. Like I said, I hate to see him leave, but if he doesn't want to be here, then he's got to go.
Every Sunday morning sports show that talked about us, it talked about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the Rex Ryan when Rex Ryan went off, when Charles Woodson talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if he doesn't want, like I said, don't want to see him go, but if he's got to go, he's got to go. Let's just, let's move on, and see what happens. It's a distraction, and the guys know it.
Yeah,
the guys are seeing all the time, and all they talk about is that.
Right.
You don't talk about anything else but that. So yeah, I think it's a distraction. I don't know. What I saw at Minshew was, like I said, it's the way I saw him
nervous.
He was playing not to turn the ball over,
and he can't. He's got to be able to play free.
You can't play like that.
Yeah.
If you have a turnover, and that's what what was it? That was the last week. Last week. Last week. Last week.
When
last week. Looking at someone like Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah.
He had 3 interceptions, but he had almost 400 yards and 3 and 4 touchdowns.
Right.
I was like, you
What up,
gotta
Chris?
get,
What
you
up,
gotta
Chris?
get, you gotta get past the interception. Like I said, I know plays like that happen, and sometimes you make the bad mistake,
Right.
or you make a mistake you shouldn't have. But you
Mhm.
gotta have this short-term memory, move on.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference though. When quarterbacks like that are throwing that many interception, it goes back to what you said. But they're throwing touchdowns as well, and we got the yards behind it. So it's kind of like that whole Brett
it's not
Favre
like
mentality. Remember?
But it's not like he didn't have the touchdown and the yardage already.
Yeah,
He already had the touchdown, and the long, it was a long one. He already had the long touchdown. They were driving.
They were driving.
You were driving that drive too. You make the mistake. All right. Well, now it's time to come back from that mistake. But he kind of like closed down and was like,
"Yeah, we didn't come back." Well,
he was like, "I don't want to." That's how it felt. Like I don't want to throw it. Like I don't want to do that.
Oh, what up, Jose? What up, Jose? It's Jose Brothers, Big Daddy.
What
Sup, familia? Crosby is the heart and soul of our team, but we are lacking that dog-filled general. Players haven't quit, but we look lost at times. The quicker we move on from 17, the more focused our team will be.
Yeah, I think he's right.
TJ, what up, TJ? TJ says, if we lose 17 to free agency, don't we get a 3rd round pick? If we're not offered a second or no offers of 17 guarantee money, he might have to finish the season here. Yeah, and somebody, I think it was Chris, mentioned that before, right? That if we don't trade him or we're unable to, he can milk us, right? He can milk the contract, kind of like force his release, right? And then we don't get nothing. From what TJ was saying, I know when you do lose players to free agency, I don't know if it's releasing them, but if they leave on free agency, you do get those compensatory picks. That part you do get, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
but as far as how that would work, like, I don't know. And then I've seen too, Belichick talked about it, that if the Raiders are expecting anything but a 3rd for him, that we're crazy. That at this point in his career or the worth, he doesn't see us getting anything more than a 3rd. That if we want a 2nd, we're dreaming. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, how does that work with the whole injury thing?
Well, and that's the point. You can't trade him while he's injured. So if he wants to milk the hamstring, he's gonna have to clear and say, "I'm healthy," and only then can the Raiders move him.
Trade him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Terry said he's too old for a 2nd, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other part. He's the 32-year-old wide receiver. How many people are going to give up a 2nd at this point for it? Which is what brings me back. And I hate that we're talking about it again, but you can't help it. But we should have done this sooner.
Yeah.
If we did it during the draft, you probably could have got that 2nd, or you could have included him with your 1st rounder to move up and gotten our quarterback in that way, Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. I know Waller did something similar with the whole milking of the injury.
Right. And eventually, with Waller, what we released him. Well, we traded him. We traded Waller to the Giants. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Dub has a good point though. But do we just take whatever any interested team offers for DA to get rid of him as a distraction? And I think that's where the fine line is, where you start looking dumb as an organization.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, a 2nd round would be great.
Because a 2nd round at this point would be great, right? A 2nd and a player, or even a decent player in a 3rd.
If you get a decent player in a 3rd, I'll take that. But
right. But have you seen going around? There's the latest rumor from the Steelers that we trade Tay for Wilson. Now, whether you're a Russell Wilson fan or not, doesn't matter. My whole thing is, you think about what the Broncos, what the Steelers gave up to get Wilson was basically peanuts. Yeah. And now if they were to get Tay in return, how dumb does that make us look?
Yeah. Yeah, because they got him for nothing. They got him like for the league minimum.
And now they're gonna get Tay from us if we were to do that. Not that we are, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chris says we will get lucky to get a 3rd. They take the 3rd and move on if we can. And if we were to take the 3rd, I'd be fine with it. But let them take the money with that too.
Yeah, no, at this point,
at that point, don't take the money. Don't be like, oh, we have to pay so much, like the way with Wilson. The Broncos are playing the majority of his contracts, though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want that either. Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't want that. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
trade.
definitely.
If it's a trade, it's a trade, and if you want him, take him at that point, and take his money with them.
You see, Turf, he played us. That's why we didn't do it sooner. He dragged us along like a chick on a Sunday. You're right, though. We have lost leverage. Gunsmoke says for a center or a lineman, it would depend on who. I'm definitely down for a center because I am not a fan of our center now. It's the James. I like JPJ. I like Glaze. Yeah. I definitely see
an offensive lineman would be nice.
Would be nice. Here's another one. We need Bryce Young now. Do you think with Bryce Young, there's rescuing that career, or did he get ruined based on what he experienced in Carolina?
I don't know. I think regardless of who we get, we got to get a better line.
A better line for him.
Yeah, I've been
Wilson.
I've been me. I've been dogging the line since the whole time.
Yeah,
I've been dogging the line. The line's not what it is, what it has to be. We got to get better linemen, whether it be in the draft or now. But we got to get better O-line.
Jose says the real captain don't complain when they don't get enough touches. Timmy Brown never complained like 17. He's more concerned about the haul. Call that team chemistry. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And there's guys like that.
Yeah,
but there are guys like that. There's guys they're only worried about their numbers and not necessarily ships. Yeah, and they're there about their money, and that's it. So,
but then again, like I now always tell people that because my nephew, Johnny, he's younger, but he also knows older because I've taught him older players. Like, he rocks Tim Brown and all that shit. So he would say like, well, Tim Brown wouldn't do that, but it's a new day, it's a new era. And that's only just now.
And that changed a lot. And I know Devontae wasn't around for that, but that's going to change even more now with the whole
NIL
in college.
Yeah,
because now
remember, these kids used to come wanting money. I need to sign this contract to have money. Now they're coming from college with money already.
No, not only that, they throw their tantrums because they're not getting enough playing time.
Because they're not the kids from UNLV, bro.
Not only that, there's the lineman from defensive lineman from Alabama. He just did it. He was just like, "Oh, I'm not enough playing time. I'm sitting out the rest of the season. I'll transfer next year." And it's like you weren't allowed to do it. You had to work your ass off to get back out.
Right? Yeah.
Now you
set out. You won. You lost a year of eligibility. Right? The NFL scouts would look at that as a negative, as a red flag on you. So your draft status would fall naturally. Yeah.
Now everybody's transferring. It's gonna be a couple of more years. It's gonna be a very, very different.
It's gonna be interesting the way these young kids come into.
Yeah, and some of these guys already had that because they came. They were stars where they came from.
Dub wants to know, who do you think gets the start on Sunday? I'm assuming he means the quarterback.
Who do I think? Or who do I want?
I already tell you right now who I think. I think based on what we saw. And even though he said he doesn't know today, I think you got to go with AOC at this point.
I think so too. I think you have to go with him.
I think you have to. Yeah.
And
it's not because I like him more or because I think he's gonna lead us the rest of the way to the promised land, but it's just based on what we've seen already from Minshew. Like now we got to see what we have in this kid. We wanted that fast start. We didn't get it. We're 2-3. Granted, we're not out of it. Like I told you earlier. A lot of those teams are 2-3, 3-2. Very couple, you got the Chiefs that are going to be 5-0 right now.
They're about to be 5-0, yeah.
The Steelers just lost, so they have their second loss.
3-2, yeah. A lot of 3-2s and a lot of.
We're still in it, but we got to show more fight and more of that dog mentality to be able to make some kind of noise if we even want to sniff the playoffs.
I gotta see what I want to see. I just want to.
Why, Brandon? I'm curious. Why do you want to stick with Minshew? Go ahead.
I just want to see what AOC can bring.
Oh, okay.
Because we haven't really people say he's not it. He's not it. He's not it. He's not the savior. I'm not saying he's gonna come in and take us to the Super Bowl. Neither is Minshew. Neither is Minshew. Minshew's not taking us to a Super Bowl. It's not gonna be Minshew. AOC, we could sit there and say it's not, but I don't know what his ceiling is. I want to see.
Right.
I want to see how much he can grow, how much he has grown, and where to go from there. I don't really mind a pocket quarterback that can't run as long as you could protect him. Now,
Right.
people always go around. We should have traded up for Jaden Daniels.
Which at this point, when you look at him,
it makes sense. But our own line sucks anyways.
Right,
So I don't know if he'd actually do good with us anyways.
Well, he's been moving around. Have you seen him play?
Yeah, but have you seen
he's making the plays happen with his legs? Yeah.
With his legs, but he's also sat there in the pocket for some time and been able to release those deep balls. His deep balls, when he gets those deep balls, is because he sat in the pocket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When he makes the other plays on his feet, they're not deep balls like that. Yeah, he gets the first down.
Look at Chris. He calls severe Matlock because he always has a defense, but Chris always be coming back. Look, now he's like, wait, didn't Tim Brown complain and pout because Gruden messed up one of his records? I think I remember he did. I think I do remember him being upset about one of his records. Yeah. Jose says, we're beating the Steelers this Sunday because 17 will be gone by Thursday, and nobody expects us to win El Domingo. That is true. That is true. Nobody expects us to win.
Yeah, we tend to win when we're not supposed to.
Dub said, Minshew got his chance. He failed. Now let's give the kid that helped fuel the fire at the end of last season. Yeah. And then, of course, I just think that's what AP will do, but I'm down with AOC. Okay. So he thinks he's going to start based on AP deciding.
Yeah.
That's the guy I'm rolling with. And he said, my lock of 2024 is AOC will start on Sunday.
Yeah, no, so I just want to give the kid a shot.
Right. I mean, at this point, what do you have to lose, right?
You got to lose.
If he does even worse than Minshew, then the only thing you lose is knowing that he ain't it, so you bring Minshew back.
Yeah, and you know what you got with him.
And you already know what you got with him, right?
Yeah, so at that point, you know already. So,
which brings me to my other thing, and I know last week we were all saying how Zeus in it. We need Madison to start. Madison started. What happened to the run game?
Yeah,
what happened to the run game?
But I also think they ran it a little bit. They ran it a little bit different.
It did.
The type of backs they are, because even Abdullah got a big run.
Yeah, he had one big run. Yeah,
and she got a big run. So I think it's weird because it felt like they just changed it, and I'm sitting like, okay, it's just so weird. Like, okay, now you're gonna do it this way now. And so it wasn't. It felt like they were trying to force the power run with Zamir,
with Zeus. Yeah,
with Zeus, and now that you got guys are a little different.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to do some. It's just kind of like it just looked weird.
I'm just saying we got our wish. We got Madison at RB1, and we didn't see much difference, right?
Yeah, it didn't really.
That 12-yard per carry thing went down drastically.
Yeah. No, we didn't really change. It should still.
He said, "Are you guys going to be at the game on Sunday?" No, I'm not. After all, Dub. It's my birthday on Saturday. So I decided to spend it with my family, with my pops. Those of you who know me will understand why, and you'll know why, and John knows why. So yeah.
No.
So, this is my favorite one though, Gunsmoke. I'm so glad you asked because I'm probably one of the only people who's on this dude's team. But our third quarterback is Carter Bradley.
Yeah, isn't he on the practice team?
He's on the practice squad. Yes, sir.
he looked good in the preseason game against the 49ers.
I'm just saying, bro. He's the one that looked good with McAllister and them, right?
Yeah.
And with what's that receiver we were talking about earlier? The oh my God, I can't remember his name. The tall guy we were talking about, Ramel Keaton. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that got going with Carter Bradley in that 49er game. Yeah. Yeah, Sam. Denver's 98K breaking through the line, stuffing run plays. He did. He really did. And that's my issue with our interior line, starting with the center with James.
And that's why I said we got to get a better line. Our offensive line has to get better. If you just quarterback wise, I don't have anything against Mitchell, but if you give him a little bit more time to throw, like the actual sit in the pocket and throw, I think it'd be a different story.
And the other part too, though, if you do look at that game, if you rewatch it, there were times Minshew had all day. but there was nobody
Yeah.
open. A
Yeah.
couple of those sacks were covered sacks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it wasn't.
So you
There
had-
were some where they got to him right away. He tried to get out the way. Yeah, but a couple of them were coverage sacks.
Yeah. It was, but I also like just felt he held on to the ball a little too long.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, at that point, you got the legs, run out and toss it out.
Yeah.
Throw it out of bounds. You got the legs, and that's the one thing that worries me about AOC is AOC. Watching him, he looks so stiff out there. He looks
a little more loose to me though. And granted, it was garbage time, and they
Yeah.
brought him in a tough situation. You know, but I don't know. I think that may. But then again, in my mind, it's like, but you're going against Pittsburgh. You're gonna be going against T.J. Watt, and then, bro, like
the only thing that I liked that the 2 times that he did come in, they were both garbage, but he still went down to score.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they were garbage, but it did go down and score. Not that it made a difference, but you know what I mean. I don't know if he would have done that with Minshew.
Yeah, he said, "Let the guard dog be Mariano Rivera out the bullpen the rest of the season." If you know who Mariano Rivera is, you know about Mariano Rivera. I know. That dude was automatic. When you would hear that fool come out, and I say, "Game over, eh? Game over." That's cool.
Hey, except against Boston that one year.
That one year when Boston.
That's what Boston broke. That was the 1 year Boston came back from 0-3.
Yeah.
0-3 came back to win the whole thing.
It's funny you bring up Boston. MC Raider was asking me earlier. He's like, "Hey, do you believe like we're cursed, Chizo?" I'm like, "What do you mean, bro?" He's like, yeah, like we're cursed. You know, like how Boston had the curse of Beirut the Bambino. And I'm like, do you joke around? But there's people that do believe we're cursed because of the Gruden trade.
Yeah, because he went out
to the Gruden trade and the Tuck rule and all that shit.
Yeah,
like that's where they say our curse started. Yeah,
when we traded Gruden to Tampa Bay,
he
beat us the next year.
And he beat us the following year in the Super Bowl, and we ain't done nothing since.
Yeah, no. What does Boston Red Sox? The Yankees have won 21 World Series, and we won none. Well, they won 2 Super Bowls, and we won anything.
And you think about it, Tampa Bay has won 2 Super Bowls since.
Yeah, 2 Super Bowls. Two
Super Bowls. Yeah, one that year, and then the other one with Brady. Yeah,
we've only made the playoffs 2 years.
Yep.
Since then.
Yeah. So back to what Gunsmoke said. We just need a center to build on. We need a Jason, which is interesting because we have JPJ, and to me, JPJ could be that center. But I
like him as a guard.
That I like him as a guard.
Yeah.
But then we also just paid James.
I like him as a guard.
James. Yeah.
No, fuck that. Still get rid of him.
Oh, Brandon was there. I was at the game last Sunday. Started great and ended a nightmare. It was rough walking out of there. Those donkey fans, but we as fans definitely pulled up. Yeah. You know what? That's cool though. I'm glad. And I'm not even gonna say I feel bad for you, Brandon, because most people tell me that when I go to a game. Don't. I understand. You had fun. Even the way he just said it right now. The nation pulled up, and that's what it's about sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Like Chris said.
Yeah. No. But yeah, it's. Walking out of there with the loss, I've had a couple of those.
Yeah, Daddy, have those caddies, bro. Have those caddies.
Well, we had fucking Teresa give us a call. We had
God! So I was telling my girl about that.
So we have a homegirl that we've known for quite a few years, and she's a donkey fan. Yeah. So for the last, what did she say? It's been since 2019.
I said it. Yeah. She texted us in the group. Like I was waiting to minutes, but I wanted to make sure the game was over, right? Whatever. Yeah.
She said, "I'll go ahead
and win." I haven't got a text from this number since 2019.
Yeah, she said, "I'll wait the 8 minutes and something seconds before I start running my mouth." I was like, people do come back from the dead.
Yeah, they do. Oh man, my boy, I gotta post the video later. My friend Danny Boy, he's a Bronco fan too since we were kids. And I don't know if you remember last year after we beat the Broncos. Remember we went to go eat hot pot?
Yeah.
And then we had the AP gear on, and I was dancing outside because I was happy that we were gonna hire AP. So he took that video, he clipped it, and then he added some shit to the end because we lost yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was like, on creativity alone, bro, I will shame myself for you, dog.
It was just a horrible game.
Yeah.
It felt like after that, it was just everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and that was it.
Oh shoot! The Saints benched Carr.
Nah, he got hurt.
No. Okay.
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit, and then he was questionable to come back. So I'm assuming he.
I just saw that right now. I just saw the alert on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, how do we get over another bad loss? He's like, easy. The return of the final boss and Jimmy Uso. That's what's up. My man saw bad blood. That's right. The return of The Rock, the final boss, and Jimmy Uso is nothing but good news for the
bad blood.
Yeah, it was the pay-per-view that it's not even pay-per-view anymore. It's the big events because we watch them on Peacock now.
Mm-hmm.
But Bad Blood was the latest big one that just passed, and The Rock came back. Yeah.
What was that? Saturday?
That was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday at 3. Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but
I didn't get to watch it either because we went to go hang out with MC Raider, Power Raider, and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm.
And they invited us to Uptown Whittier, bro. And it was like at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Me and my girl like, damn, man. Normally we're eating fried chicken and watching wrestling at this time. Like we don't normally go out. Like, bro, we're normally eating some chicken and watching some WWE. What the hell?
That's funny.
Yeah, no. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, we know as Raider fans, this year, I guess it was time. This is the humbling part where a lot of us were saying 10 wins, playoffs. You know, this is kind of like that back to reality moment for a lot of us. But like I said, it's not over. It's definitely not over. 2 and 3 is not the end of the world yet. We have some tough games coming up. We got the Steelers, who I think we can still beat, even though they're good, right? Yeah. The Rams haven't looked too good, but we do have that curse hanging over us about SoFi. We haven't won in SoFi.
Yeah, it's
then funny after the Rams.
I'm always saying that, like, we haven't won in SoFi.
So think about that back-to-back, that curse thing with the Rams and SoFi, right? Then the following week, we have the Chiefs, who are undefeated in Las Vegas. And then, of course, me and you travel to Cincinnati. I know, TJ. They're like, I'm live and then currently on 2 shows. I know, bro. It's because my show's currently airing with MC Raider right now. We normally end at 8, but we've just been staying on bullshitting. But y'all can catch it on MC Raider's show. But yeah, the Real Talk Nation podcast is streaming right now.
Oh, so you said at 8 o'clock?
Yeah. We set it for 8 o'clock. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With shout out to our sponsors, Hotheads. This is the hat right now, the 65-year one. It's got, look at the L. Davis right there, bro. Yeah.
I like that one.
He's got that on there. But yeah, so we got some tough games coming out before we hit that bye. So I don't know, dog. If we can hit that bye week, 5-4, I would be all right. I would be all right, bro. I would be okay with that. Or maybe even 4. No, 4-5 would be a lot.
I want to, you know what? I'll take it one game at a time. Let's win this weekend.
Let's just do. All right, let's focus on Pittsburgh.
Let's focus on Pittsburgh. Let's get Pittsburgh.
Man, we had them last time. When they beat us, we had that game. We were there.
Yeah,
if we would have just made the plays, we would have beat them.
That's when I called Marcus Peters would get an interception. He should have.
And he
should have had a pick six. He dropped the pick 6.
AG said, anybody who don't want to be on this team, get out. We don't need you. For real, bro. He said, well, Vanderbilt won against Bama for the first time. The Donkeys beat us finally. Maybe we went at SoFi. Hey, you are not even lying, bro. You are not even lying.
That Vanderbilt finally beat a top SEC team, period.
Bugsy Raider, what's good, fam? What's good? Yeah. And then Esther Fuentes, I want a shirt like the one you're wearing. Who, me or John? This one? Oh, this is a custom Cheeto shirt.
he makes those.
Yeah, I made this one out of patches. Yeah, hit me up on IG. We can make some. Send me some patches. We can put them on there for you. Or
get some patches on it.
Yeah, let me know what patches you want. Hit me up on IG. I'm always down to make stuff. But yeah, no, I get it. The whole the streak had to end. And in my mind, like, part of me felt it was gonna be this game, the way this season's been going. But you really don't want it to. You know, obviously 8 in a row is a lot when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it ended. I just don't like the way it ended.
Most
the way
of
it
them
ended and the
don't get
way
that
we
far.
lost. Yeah. And from the beginning, I said that if we're gonna lose, that's fine. I won't be mad if we lose, but we're in a fight.
Yeah.
You know, then I won't be mad. But when we get
It's
our
different.
ass kicks, whew. Yeah, brother, I do, Bugsy. I make Raider shirts.
Yeah, he does.
I also make these. Yeah, hit me up on Instagram, bro. You'll find them on my IG. That's at Cheeto Linus, the way you see my name spelled. You'll find me there. My name's Leo Mendez. You'll find me on there, and then you'll see some of the shirts. I'm not wearing it right now, but the new one I have is the Max Crosby ones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one you brought it. That's the one I
Yeah,
wore.
the silence the hater one, bro. Like,
yeah.
I had no lie, bro. I had an idea for a badass Devontae shirt, but then that shit happened, and I was like, really?
Hey, you gotta get the ones where they have the places that we travel to and cross them off one by one.
Oh yeah. I gotta do one of those. That'd be dope. Yeah.
You gotta do one of those so we can do that. So all the destinations.
Yeah, Cheeto has mad merch. Y'all should see his Max. Oh, the Max baseball jersey. That's the one I was wearing at my show this morning. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the show I was wearing this morning. Yeah. We come out strong and then we let up. That's exactly what happened, bro.
You do?
Against the Broncos. We didn't even come out strong against Carolina. We got our ass kicked for the fucking moment and they kicked the ball.
Yeah. No, this one, that's what I'm saying. We started off really well. We had some good plays. We were getting chunks of yards. I was like, okay, this looks good. This looks promising. And then it just stopped. It just flat out just stopped. And I was like, come on now.
Jose said, you hermanos keep it real and positive, which I respect. No negative Nancy's here. True Raider familia doesn't quit or whine. We get on to the next game, believing always that we will always lay the smack down. That is true. I mean, we get upset, trust me. When we're texting each other in the game, woo!
we'll talk shit. You know,
we'll talk shit.
And it's just because, you know, and it's not that we just talk shit because we're just like, no matter who's in charge, it's always the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, and
the crazy part is for y'all who know us, our two teams are going through the same shit. Our college team as well. They have a great defense and no fucking quarterback.
No
the only thing this dude can do is run.
At least he can run.
At least he can run, damn it.
So we go through it back and forth. But, you know, it's like, you know, it's the whole, since we were young, it's that win, lose, or tie, Raider till I die. And this, we want to win. True. And we just look at, we try to get the positive out of it.
Right,
and we try to look.
Don't get me, I am so down to call shit out that I don't like. Like last year, I was down to call out how bad we looked in Chicago against the Bears, but I also never quit as a fan. You know, I was there, and I will continue to say, don't ever feel bad for me for going to a game, bro. Never.
No, that's the opportunity. I don't want to say. Oh yeah, I like to say it's a luxury we get.
Yeah,
we get to enjoy it. You know, not everybody gets to. You know, and
and that's true. A while, but not everybody gets to enjoy it. Yeah. Even Vegas, you know, even Vegas, that's a luxury. Not everybody gets to enjoy that, you know. Here in LA, SoFi is not cheap.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll speak our opinion. We try to keep it positive.
Yeah.
You know, we support all Raiders that want to be here. Put it that way. You know.
And I think the same, bro. I just sometimes I don't want to be that mean, but I hope Devontae never wins a ring and gets popped every play with his.
It is like, you know, the ones that want to be here, great, let's do it. The ones that don't, then bounce. Right. You know what I mean?
He said, "Facts. The vibe here is chill as fuck. Family vibe. Oh, for sure, Bugsy, for sure, bro. Yeah. Hey, if you ever go in Vegas or you're in Vegas, like hit us up if we're at the game, or if you're here in LA, I'm gonna be at the game versus the Rams, bro. That's like my birthday gift. So I'll be at the game here versus the Rams. Hopefully, I will finally get to see that dub at SoFi in our second house. You know,
I need
Oakland South, as we call it.
I need to see that against the Chargers.
Yeah, it would be good against the Chargers, but at the Rams also. I mean, you know, my dad's a Rams fan, so.
No, I know. Yeah, I figure. Yeah, I know that one. But I want to see that against the Chargers. I need to see that. I need to be able to go sit there and win.
Yeah.
Just because it's a divisional rival. Mm-hmm. I need that one. I need that. I've won in Denver. I've won in Denver. I've won in Kansas City. I just haven't won at SoFi yet.
Yeah, Brandon, and I get the frustration with him, And
Yeah.
honestly, when you look about firings and how they work, before the coach gets fired, the head coach, it normally starts with the coordinators. So if we get to a point where people are going to start to get fired, I'm pretty sure it's Getsy's going to be the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know what would get with that first quarter was the plays were fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were. My thing is like if you're moving the ball, I'm gonna take it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You may run a funky play that looks like it's developing weird, and I'm like, really? And then I'll take it. You know what I mean? You get some positive yards, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. You know? I'm gonna take that.
We love football, so don't get me wrong, bro. Fucking
Yeah.
seeing Fields yesterday, like there was no part of that game in Pittsburgh that made me seem like it was just Getsy's fault. Fields didn't look that great either.
Yeah,
you know, they were in that game because of the Steeler defense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So call it some good plays. We have to execute. We have to execute better.
We got to execute. We got to execute.
Better.
No missed catches. That one ball that Jacoby dropped. That's the part that keeps frustrating me when we drop balls we should be catching.
Yeah. So just gotta execute. If the guys are executing and they're just not going our way, then you got to change the play calls too.
It's like the homie and Chris Protect the Shield office says we're not good enough to make those mistakes.
Yeah,
or overcome those mistakes, and we're not.
That was a first thing. That pick six was a first and goal.
Mm-hmm.
You have three, if not four chances to get in there. Mind you, I say three because I would have taken the three if you don't get in, but you have at least 3 shots. And
he said, "I'm good luck in that dumpster fire. I am 100% done with that place."
I need to hit that place in the wintertime. The SoFi for the first time was the worst.
He said, "You know, you watch Rodgers get sacked like damn looks right, and see Carr throw a pick like Minshew." maybe Taylor's like, "Hey man, maybe I don't want to leave after all."
Right? They don't like. Hey, Carr just got hurt. Carr just got hurt today too.
Yeah, see, it's not all Getsy. He doesn't have competent QB, and it's hard to call plays like that. Yeah, and I'll give him that.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
That's
yeah. Getsy doesn't look like Frank Caliendo. Yeah, man. We got to stay behind our team, stay behind our coach. You know, I'm not ready to give up on him yet. Mm-hmm. You know, to me, he gets more than just 5 games before I say fire him. Yeah, I gave Josh McDaniels a year and a half, bro. I got to give this dude about the same. I'm not going to start yelling for his head after 5 games. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You gotta see what you could do with different personnel. It's like, okay, is it really the offensive play calling, or is it your players aren't executing correctly or not doing what they're supposed to? Or
you start fitting your scheme to your strengths.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to get these players to play in your scheme.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing I loved about Hugh Jackson. Because the guys we had weren't stars. You know, we know them as Raiders, Jacoby Ford, Denarius Moore, Luis Murphy, like all those dudes, but he used them to their strength.
Yeah, of course.
You know? Yeah.
That makes a big difference as a coach. As a coach, you have to adjust. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
we'll be back. We'll be back on Thursday. Thursday's our next show, right? We do Thursdays now.
Do we do Thursday now?
Yeah, remember Thursday? You said we're gonna do Monday and Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. Thursday we can do Thursdays.
So we'll be back on Thursday, y'all. Do a preview of the Steeler game. You know, hopefully by then. I mean, we didn't go that hard on the team. We were disappointed, but hopefully we'll get some more news.
We gotta keep it positive.
On Tay, more news on Wilkins. Hopefully the injury is not that bad. Hopefully it'll be good. Max will be a lot better, and hopefully by then we'll know. I think AP has another presser tomorrow or Wednesday. One of those days.
Wednesday, no?
Probably Wednesday, and then hopefully we'll know by then. Yeah.
Hopefully, I want to see the kid get a shot.
Yeah, I'm down for it, and it's not because I'm thinking he's gonna go in there and light it up and be like our Jaden Daniels. I think it's just time to give the kid a shot, see what he can do.
See what he can do, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, fam. Take it easy. Thank you all for stopping by. You know, John, always cool, brother. I'll text you later.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you didn't get eliminated from the Sus League. If you did, that's some bullshit. Trade shouldn't happen after a game already passed. Yeah. Plain and simple.
I gotta check right now because I know Worthy scored. I just don't know if he got me enough points.
Because I think it was either you or Turf who gets eliminated, right?
It was me and somebody. I forgot who it was.
Yeah. See, so yeah.
But I was about to just say, hey, just because I don't know half of them, more than
Mhm.
half of them, I don't know who they were. I was like, hey, you need Josh, because I had Josh Jacobs and shit like that. I was like, Josh Jacobs.
You should have, bro.
I should have. I was like, all right, we'll see.
But all right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace out.
All right, man.
Thank you for tuning in. And as always, just win, baby.
Just win.